Parker just launched 3 new developments. 2 of them we're going to walk through today, and one of them is so new it is literally still dirt. Now, here's the crazy part. These might end up being the best new build deals in the Denver metro area right now. So welcome back to the channel. I am Eli Schmidt with Living in Denver, and today we're going to dive into 3 of the hottest new developments in Parker. Now, like I said, we were able to jump into 2 of these. So you are going to see some home tours coming up, but then one of them, which is going to be a massive new development, they are just at the ground level of everything right now. So we're going to dive into that one at the end. Before we dive into our first 2 communities, let me give you guys a little bit of information about Parker. So Parker is located in Douglas County. Douglas County is the county that is going to be comprised of Highlands Ranch, Castle Rock, and Parker. Now, Parker is located about 25 to 35 minutes south and a little bit southeast of Denver. Parker is mostly known for their really good school district, Douglas County, community events, great trail systems, and a true small town feel. You've got really good access to the highways, including I-25, which is going to take you north to downtown Denver, south to Colorado Springs, or E470, which is going to take you all the way out west to the mountains, or all the way out east and north up to DIA or Denver International Airport. Now, Parker has been an established town for a really long time, but I want to say in about the past 5 years or so, there has been a resurgence in the amount of new build communities that you're starting to see in the area. Most of that is going to be happening on the south and southwest side of Parker. Now, average homes in Parker are going to sit around the mid 700,000s, but you can find a wide variety of condos and townhomes that are in the high 4s and low 5s, all the way up to as much as you want to spend, up to a few $1 million in Parker. And as it stands right now, Parker is one of the fastest growing suburbs in the Denver metro area, and today you're going to find out exactly why. One of the biggest new developments that is already making waves in Parker that we're going to dive into first is called Looking Glass. Looking Glass is located on the southwest side of Parker near Hess and Jordan Road. Now, this area is booming with new development, and Looking Glass is one of the flagship communities that you're going to find in the area. This area is going to be perfect for those people that are looking for brand new homes, lots of parks, quick access to trail systems, and tons of things to do within your community. In Looking Glass, you're going to find a mix of different builders, such as Dreamfinders, Lennar, TriPoint, Richmond. Price ranges are going to be anywhere from the mid 600s up to about the mid 900s, depending on the model, the builder, lot sizes, finishes, etc. This is really popular with families due to its proximity to elementary schools, parks, trail systems, and easy access to the highway. So let's jump over to Looking Glass right here, where Will is going to give you a tour of one of the homes that you can find out here by Dreamfinders.
All right, now that we've talked Parker, now that we've talked Looking Glass from a bird's eye view, let's start getting into specifics as far as homes and what they look like. Now, we're gonna be talking 4-car garages. Yes, in suburbia, 4-car garages. We're gonna be talking incentives as low as 1.9, and we're gonna be covering all the main attributes inside as far as what you can look for. So let's get inside, let's take a look. Okay, now before we actually go inside, I want you guys to pay attention to something like this, which is our main front porch. You'll see a lot of this in Colorado, depending on where you guys are coming from. A lot of places have them, a lot of places don't. A lot of places got rid of things like this from what we hear. You see a lot of great front porches on the East Coast where they've got more property. But a lot of places our clients come from, they say they don't have these things. So for example, our specific client that's purchasing this home, it's a corner lot. It's right here. You've got a big front patio, great view, great for sunsets. I'm not sure if we've panned this or shown you guys, but as a development occurs and as it continues, you're still gonna have a great view over here of your actual sunsets that go down in the evening. So really cool, but let's take a look inside. Okay, so as we flow inside, really nice. What I love about this property specifically is you've got this open space back here, right? So you've got this gorgeous, oversized, large back patio. And as you guys can see, it backs to open space, and you've also got a great park just across the street, across the way, and you're still getting a great, decent space from your neighbors that are being built next door, right? All right, let's sneak back in. Let's take a look at the loft upstairs. Before we get there, quartz countertops, high-end finishes. Always a great touch when you guys can get that from the builder. Just to give you guys context, as we come up the stairs, just down here is your main living area. So we're gonna get to the primary bedroom that sits above that here in a second, but As we come up, take a look at this loft. Super cool. Great use of space for yourself, for your kiddos, whatever it may be. A lot of times clients opt out of this and they decide to go with higher ceilings. So these are options for you guys when it comes to the build process and how far along a home is. If it's early enough in its phase, or if you guys are doing a dirt start, you guys can have taller ceilings and you can opt out of this. Personally, I think it's great. I've got 3 kids. I need space like this. Now, before we jump across, you're gonna wanna take a look at this. So a really nice walk-in closet. This is great for your internet servers. This is great for video games, all of that stuff. So as Eli kind of pans back here, imagine some bean bags or a nice couch. We've got a large TV or projector on this wall, right? But then right behind it, in here, well, this is where you can carry all of your servers for your gaming. Or to just put board games away, whatever you like. Either way, great use of space, my opinion. Okay, a couple bedrooms through here, and then back down this hallway, we get to our primary bedroom. Plenty of natural light. I love when they do these elevated windows here. Great for privacy. You can't be seen, but you're still getting some of this natural light. This home specifically, out this back window would be west. So as the sun rises in the morning, you're getting a lot of great natural light that comes through your bedroom. And then through here, we've got our primary bath, standalone tub, separate vanities, always a great touch. Huge closet for a bathroom. This is actually a little bit bigger than I thought it would be. I love it. Believe it or not, you'll see a lot smaller living closets when it comes to primary bathrooms. We should do the shower test. Typically, you guys have been around for a while, you see the shower test. Here's your large walk-in closet. Lastly, the pooper. Yeah, it's great. A little privacy, huh? And we can't miss, you guys know me, upper level laundry. I talk about it every time. Great size. Did I mention this home specifically is under $1 million? Not only is this home under $1 million, it's under $850,000. And they've got 1.9% interest rate incentives right now. This is killer. What a killer home for that price point. Huge laundry room, I love it. Okay, now before we get out of here and we show you guys the next place we like to go, we've got to talk about this because remember, we're in suburbia. We are literally under $850 on price point, 1.9% interest incentives on here right now. And it comes with a 4-car garage. And a lot of people ask when it comes to your footprint, and even I had questions, how do you fit a 4-car garage in suburbia? Now you've got great size lots here, but you still have neighbors and things like that. Like how broad can you go to get 4? Yeah, you don't go broad. Check this out. You go deep. Guys, this could be holiday stuff. This could be your home gym. If you're Eli, it's probably your home gym. If you're me, this is where you put your seasonal fun car that can get backed in and put away and covered and no one touches it. And then you've got your second biggest car that would literally go right here. This would be my truck. It would go right here. And you've got another full space here. It has its own door, which is amazing. And if you guys didn't see this here, it is routed for 220. So if you guys have electric vehicles, something that's really cool about new builds nowadays is just like upper level laundry is like stock now. Like, hey, we just do that in new builds. Well, a lot of times new builds are just now starting to do this from the start because of how popular your electric vehicles or even more so hybrids, which are like the electric gas combinations. You've got it routed right here, right? But this is awesome. This is plenty of space. The only thing that gets a little hard sometimes in garages is when your stairs come right off the door and they almost kind of take a spot. But here, like it's been really tasteful how they've designed it. It's off to the right-hand side from how I'm facing. You can still easily fit a 4-car sedan right here without any problem. But with those 3, whether that's your gym or another car that you don't use as often, I would almost use this space as almost like the flex space, Eli, where unloading groceries or if we're backing in and we're getting kiddos out of the vehicle to get them inside, this is almost a great flex space for wall cabinetry, countertop across here, maybe some more cabinetry for some shelves for whatever you'd like to store right before you walk inside and get to the mudroom, right? But either way, awesome how they've designed this. You are seeing this more and more often now. This isn't just this builder specifically, but when we're talking 850, when we're talking the interest rate incentives that new builds have right now, we're talking 220, we're talking 4-car. This is crazy. I'm really excited about 2026 and moving forward as far as what you guys have as a buyer. Now, if you've got any questions on that specifically, obviously you guys know we love to help you. We are licensed realtors. We love helping you guys with those needs just as much as we love showing you guys content like this. So any questions, comment below, throw us a call on this number. We'd be happy to help you.
All right, so now that you guys have taken a look at Looking Glass, let's jump over to our next community, which is going to be Cherry Creek Trail. Now, Cherry Creek Trail is a community exclusively by the builder Toll Brothers. You may or may not be familiar with them, but they are definitely one of the more popular ones out here in Colorado, and they are most notably known for their more luxury design builds. This is going to be one of the smallest communities we've toured, as it only consists of about 102 homes. So I would honestly look at this as almost more of a neighborhood, not so much of a community. This neighborhood is exclusively ranch style builds. So as you're looking at some of this drone footage, you're going to see that a lot of the homes here do look very similar. This isn't by mistake. This is a community that isn't exclusively for like 55 and up people. However, it is everything you may be looking for if you are downsizing or retiring, or maybe you are just a young professional and you want a low maintenance house in a low maintenance neighborhood. So you are going to find, again, ranch style homes. All these homes do have basements in them. Okay, so you're going to be looking at about 1,700 to 2,000 square feet on the main level, usually about the same amount that you're going to have down in the basement. You're also going to have a lot smaller yards here, as that's kind of the whole point here, is low maintenance, and they also do include snow removal in the HOA fees. Out here, you're not going to find a big community center, but you are going to find pickleball courts as well as direct access to, imagine this, Cherry Creek Trail. If you're not familiar with Cherry Creek Trail is a very popular trail that you're going to find that goes as far south as Franktown and as far north as downtown Denver. So you guys have heard of Cherry Creek in Denver. Well, guess what? It goes by Cherry Creek, and Cherry Creek Trail runs alongside that creek as well. So with this 47-mile trail, if you are into that active adult sort of lifestyle, having quick access to this trail, literally almost at your back door, that you can ride your bike all the way to downtown and back, is a super cool feature and something you are definitely going to want to utilize, especially if you're living in the area. The Toll Brothers neighborhood in Cherry Creek Trail is going to sit a little bit southeast of Looking Glass. Homes here you're going to find are in the mid 600s to about 800. The home that we're going to tour today is a quick move-in home that is available, and this one is listed at right around $730,000. This location is ideal if you want to be a little bit further from the busy parts of Parker, but still have very quick access to the highways as well as Parker Road, which is going to be the main way that you get in and out of the community. But enough from me. Let's dive into one of the homes that you can find here in Cherry Creek Trails by Toll Brothers.
All right, next home just southeast of the last home that you guys saw us at, but this time specifically we're talking Toll Brothers, and we're doing what I call like an active community when it comes to the pickleball facility that they have. And in addition to being an active community, it's also got full service snow removal. You won't have to worry about that on your property. But more specifically, every home in this area is a ranch style home. So whether that's for active household of retirees that want to stay fit and still have some fun, whether it's for smaller families, you name it, it's for you. Either way, super fun. And as you guys can tell, like Toll Brothers, man, they really hit the spot when it comes to overall flow of homes, the feel of what it should look like, the quality and finishes, and some of our favorite primary bedrooms. All right, now real quick, as you guys are looking at this Toll Brothers, what do I mean as far as like when it comes to an active community? That's something I coined on my own. It's my definition of, for example, you've got smaller lots out here. It's by design. When you move into a community like this, it's people specifically looking for a very low maintenance. Now you do have real grass, which is beautiful, and it's great that you have it. You can have a small dog, whatever it may be that you like. You've got covered back patios out here, which is amazing. You can still enjoy your sunsets, but you just don't have a huge lot, which means you also don't have a huge lot that you have to take care of. In addition to that, the clubhouse with active pickleball courts and things like like that. This community, my opinion, is specifically built for people that want to stay active and get out, and they've got some time to get after all those things. Don't necessarily want to spend all of their time gardening or maintaining certain lot sizes. The ranch also just keeps it super tactical, I guess you could say, when it comes to literally your primary bedroom being here. You've got some secondary bedrooms, you've got your living space here, you've got tucked away your pantry, you've got a nice little mail room here, but everything is right where you need it. Why would you need stairs? Everything is so modern. A lot of these layouts nowadays, they get really sophisticated as far as cutting the fat, where people just don't need the extra space for empty rooms per se, right? So being very tactical about the square footage that they have in these homes. But when it comes to active lifestyles, whether it's a small family, young professionals, retirees, whatever it may be, there's a lot of uses for a lot of different demographics when it comes to these homes. But what's really cool is they're starting to make communities specifically geared toward people that are just more active and maybe a little bit more outside of the home. And you couldn't find a better place to do that than Cherry Creek Trail. We've talked about this. This goes all the way through Cherry Creek, which is literally downtown and all the way into the mountains. So when you're attached out here southeast towards your Parker area, having Cherry Creek Trail right here for you guys to be active is amazing. And you're not too far from Park Road. I'm sure Eli's showing you a lot of that stuff today when it comes to aerial views and Google Earth, as far as how close you are to actual shopping and commute for things that you might need. So you're not that far off the beaten path, but you've got some paths that you can go beat on, and you've got everything active you can look for right here. Now that you guys know everything you need to know about the community, this home specifically, not only does it have interest rate incentives, but everything you can imagine in this home with these finishes, this specific home is literally selling for $730 right now. And that's on top of interest rate incentives. So if you guys are looking at communities like this, or if you're curious about what it looks like for you to buy right now or in the year of 2026, there could not be a better time to be looking at these communities within Toll Brothers.
Now, before we wrap up, there is one more community that everyone is talking about here in Parker, and that is the next biggest and greatest thing to come, and that is called Tantera. Now, right now it is mostly dirt as they are doing the initial grading, putting in the underground infrastructure for all of these homes. But let's take a look at some of what this community is going to actually end up being here in just a couple short years. Okay, so here we are on the Tantera community page. Now, right here, it says located in Douglas County, just 20 miles southeast of Denver. They're planning on approximately 1,200 acres, including 286 acres of open space and 50 acres of neighborhood parks at full build out. This includes the main community park amenity to feature a clubhouse, pool, playground, and sports courts, an extensive trail system, and proximity to the Reuter Hess Reservoir recreation area that offer additional outdoor activities. Now, true to Colorado form, one of the major things that these newest developments are always trying to focus on is the amount of parks and open space. Now, taking a look at the community map right here, you're going to see Hess Road bordering the northern side here, and then we have Chambers, which is bordering the south side. You're going to see a place for a school here in the middle, the community park right here, and then all of these trails and open spaces that are surrounding all of these different filings, which are going to be all these different sections of the neighborhood done by a handful of builders. Now, before we dive into the builders, I want to touch a little bit more on the trails and open space out here, because this is going to be one of the biggest draws for the people who are coming to look to purchase in this area. So this is Trailhead Park, the centrally located neighborhood park spanning 30 acres, highlights the existing topography through the design of multi-level play areas made up of a single track bike trail, multi-purpose turf areas, shade structures, trails, and a pool. The community trails meander around to the low point of Trailhead Park, a cohesive man-made outdoor area that celebrates nature in the innate form of the land. Now that we know there's going to be tons of parks and trails and open space, some of the builders that we're going to find out here are Richmond, Lennar, and Trumark Homes. Pricing isn't finalized yet, but we can expect this to fall in line with what we're seeing in the area, which is going to be homes starting in the 600s, going up to about the 900s. And again, this is going to be a multi-year build out. So this is going to be perfect for those of you who maybe aren't quite ready to make the move out here yet, but you are anticipating a move within the next year or two. If that's the case and Parker is on your radar whatsoever, you should definitely be keeping an eye on Tantera. If you guys are thinking at all about making a move to Colorado in the near future, there is a number popping up on your screen. Go and give us a phone call or text message. We'd love to jump on a quick Zoom call with you guys and help give you our advice and our 2 cents and help you come up with a game plan to help with your move. But with that being said, guys, we appreciate you watching and we'll see you next week.